We just talk about priority. What was more important?
Alright, so, like, I just got a couple of things to say. Like, I'm at the precinct, so I'm not trying to put everybody on blast. I'm actually, like, working. Like, see, like, I'm like, working, bro. Like, we're here. Like, we're in this game. Whatever this game may be, we're in it. Okay? You know, and I just want to say this while I'm here working. You know, I gotta get rid of this. I really don't like this. I gotta find something. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking for a new effect. Yeah, let me give something that's happy. Yay! Happy, happy, joy, joy. Okay, now. So, I want to say this to you guys. It doesn't matter who you vote for, really. But you gotta vote. It doesn't matter who I vote for.
What type of spray?
Or the reasons why I vote. Officer, can you tell these people it doesn't matter who you vote for?
It don't matter who you vote for.
Just vote, right?
There's 4 people on the ballot. Or 5, one of them. Just pick one.
That's it. Like, it doesn't matter. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, the reason why our choices are so bad is because we haven't been there to demand a proper choice. We got Biden, we got Trump. We had Clinton, we had Trump. We had Obama, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've had all of these options, but if we want better options, then we really got to say something. What I'm loving this year are these guys right here. Guys, wait, say hi to everybody.
All right. Now we recognize.
What I'm really loving about these guys over here is that they're like 20 years younger than me. And they're here. They're in it. You know, they're going to do what they got to do to make sure that there are better options and better choices. Like, we were just talking like about how dope it would have been if like the other presidential candidate had been like 35. Like, what would that look like? You know, the young guy against the old guy. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what my generation is saying. It's the generation after us that have to live with what we do right now. Like, listen to me. I wish I had someone 45 to vote for, but I don't. And apparently, it was the guy who's like pushing 80 that was the only one that had the balls to say, yo, I'm going to go up against this animal and I'm going to win. Like, let's keep it a bean. This is a dog fight. And everybody got their money on the dog they think gonna win. Period. Sleepy Joe Biden be knocking niggas out. I'm bangs with him. And guess what? He's never been, no one's ever proven that he was some kind of pedophile or sex trafficker. Ain't nobody ever proved none of that. But I can tell you what I know about Donald Trump. I know Donald Trump is a sloppy hoe. I know that, and I know he pays for it on the regular. His wife look like she on payroll. She don't look like they married. She look like she on payroll. When your wife starts snatching her hand away from you because you done messed around and gave her the COVID, because guess what? I wouldn't want to hold your hand either on television if you wouldn't wear a mask and you gave me and my child the COVID. People want to know why I won't vote for Trump. I'm going to tell you why. Even if his politics and his business made sense, he gave his family the COVID. Like, we ain't got to talk about nothing else other than COVID-19. How many people y'all lost this year? I've lost over 10. You know, all of them rallies, them super spreader hotbed events. You killed John Lewis in Tulsa. They tried to kill Keisha Bottoms in Atlanta. Every time he show up, there's something, a good black person is fighting for their life on the COVID. D.L. Hughley, they said. Scarface. I'm just saying, how many more people we need to catch the COVID before we realize this dude is an issue? He is a whole issue. And if anybody wants to know why I voted for the other side, it's not because I'm a Democrat, because I'm not. Honestly, I'm probably more like a libertarian than anything. But I was raised Democrat. You know what I mean? And the truth is, I told a party line. But I'm a Democrat that lives in a Republican state. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me. My state is going to get it. You want to know why? Because the state that I live in, the great state of Texas, runs the United States, I tell you that. And guess what? What's good for Texas is what's good for the United States. Texas is a blessing, y'all. Whatever y'all worried about out there, we ain't worried about it here in Texas. Texas got its own thing going on. You know how many people are in the cabinet in Washington? In the president's cabinet, his advisors? You know how much of that comes from Texas? I can be a Democrat all day long. Republican benefit brings Texas dollars. See? I can afford to be a Democrat living in Texas because I'm going to get the same Republican benefit as the Republican do. Why? Because I pay taxes here, because I live here, because I make business. If you want to have a say in something, then guess what? Have a say in it. But I'm not voting for nobody that's running around, not wearing no mask, putting people's lives on the line. I'm just not doing it. I've lost too much. I've lost too many people that I care about. And if we can ignore that, if we can ignore the fact that our commander-in-chief, who has never fought, not one day for this country, he's never had to put anything on the line but his mouth and his money. This is not a man that served his country. When was he drafted? Where did he serve? What was his body count? Was he ever a POW? Has he ever done anything but run his mouth and spend money? And mostly other people's money, because he's a great businessman. And every great businessman knows, do it with someone else's money. Don't do it with yours. Smartest wife he ever had was Ivana. Gave him that brilliant daughter that he has, Ivanka. And she's unlucky enough to be his child. And watch him disrespect every woman he's ever met, never known. And you want to know why I'm not voting for him? He ain't got no respect for women. And I can tell you that because I seen what he done in Philadelphia. He used to get real nasty in Denim, and he used to get real nasty downstairs in Levesque Finn, where they go and they drink the $5,000 brandy and they smoke the cigars. I can tell you exactly how many lines he can snort off a blonde cokehead with big ass titties. I can tell you that because I've seen it for myself. I'm surprised he's been able to do this job. I'm surprised his heart hasn't given out with the amount of the copious amounts of cocaine he snorted just in Philadelphia alone on Walnut Street when he was just a developer buying up as much of Philadelphia as he possibly can to do nothing but regentrify it and run Philadelphians out of their home because New York is too expensive to live in anymore. See, if y'all actually really knew what politics is, you might actually have a dog in this fight. Agent Colt 45 is one of the most divisive human beings I've ever seen. I'm surprised he's still alive. He has snorted enough coke to kill a large elephant. And he pays for everything, especially women. Man, there it is. I done said it. That's why I voted for Biden. COVID, and he's a hoe. Period. That's why I done. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta leave. They was.